Harsh, let's begin with you and start with Apple. Shares are up more than 6% on the pre-market, announcing that very rare 4-to-1 stock split. Sales up 11% on the year. What do you make of Apple's quarter?
Brian, thank you for having me on your show. So phenomenal quarter. Look, it's very clear to us that the pandemic is not affecting Apple whatsoever. In fact, they were very specific about it. The iPhone sales were actually up 2% in the June quarter, which is something we haven't seen in a while. Also, they were very specific about the fact on the call that the stimulus is actually helping them. In the June quarter, they saw some openings of some of their stores, which basically affected to some degree, small level of Apple services revenue, which came in a little bit, frankly, below expectations. But the rest of the products, iPad, Macs, all doing great. And look, the pandemic isn't going anywhere, at least, not for the rest of the year. And we expect work from home, distance learning, iPad, Mac, and then also your productivity tools such as Apple phones to do really well along with the wearables for the rest of the year.
And I guess that's probably the hardest part of your and other analysts' job for Apple this quarter, Harsh, is that if you are working, you probably saved a lot of money in the quarter because you're not commuting, you're not traveling, you're not going to restaurants. So your free cash flow as a family is up. If you're not working, you got a stimulus check and expanded unemployment benefits, which we're all very well aware of. And if you have kids, they're stuck at home and everybody's kind of rushing to, get the things that they need for virtual learning. How much of an anomaly quarter do you think that quarter may have been?
So I think certainly for the Macs and the iPad, it would have been a little bit of an anomaly quarter. But look, this is sort of the new normal. I don't think we are going to consistently go back to work in the way that we used to do in 2019 and prior years to that. As far as, you look at productivity tools, your laptop's probably the most important productivity tool, one very quickly and very closely followed by probably your phone and more than likely your iPhone, given the penetration that the iPhone has. We not only feel that this is a fantastic year, the reason why we raised our price target quite so much is because we see a tremendous, absolutely tremendous setup for the next year. And that is coming from the delay of the iPhone 5G, which makes the iPhone 5G fall into the first fiscal quarter for Apple. So you're almost looking at a situation where you have tremendous strength to start the quarter, which is atypical for Apple. And then we expect an on-time launch in September 2021 for their typical usual time September launch, which will also help.
Yeah, I mean, you really can't minimize the effect of kids not going back to school. I know that, for my teenager, we're looking at, upgrades on the things to help. If she's going to be on Zoom all day, you want to have a clear screen that's big. Is there actually going to be kind of and I hate to say it, kind of a weird pandemic benefit for Apple, Harsh?
They're clearly seeing that. There is no denying the fact. Some of the stimulus money went towards, I'm sure it went towards iMacs and iPads and possibly towards phone. Kids have got to learn. Parents have got to work. That's just the reality of it. And so if your kids are going to be learning or to remote learning, whatever be the case, and you're going to work from home, you just absolutely have to have a laptop or an iPad or something of that nature. And that's the benefit that Apple is seeing. And then, the tremendous strength of the iPhone, you cannot, undermine that. That's the biggest piece of revenue for the company still. And for that to be up 2% is just quite shocking.